They'll put their win streak on the line as they welcome in Don Mattingly and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's interleague play, and it begins next right here on Comcast Sportsnet. From U.S. Cellular Field in the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. Paul Canerico, Adam Dunn, Alex Rios in the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Don Mattingly's Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this three-game series. As you know, this homestand started out on Monday with a two-game set against the Texas Rangers. They won Game 1. We came back and won Game 2. Then the Indians came to town. Jake Peavy won Game 1 of that series, 1-0 on a three-hitter. And then Gavin Floyd, we won that ball game 8-2. So the Sox on this three-game roll and trying to continue on tonight with Phil Umber.
Phil Umber's been throwing unbelievably well despite a 3-3 record. His ERA is just .318. He's been consistent each and every time out, and hopefully tonight he will see more of the same. Ted Lilly goes to the mound for the Dodgers, and Ted Lilly lifetime against the Sox is 6-2. However, that doesn't tell the whole story. His ERA is up over 5. This year he's 3-4. His ERA just under 5. He's not thrown the ball quite as well as he has in the past. Now, last year the Sox were 15-3 against the National League. That was the best record in baseball. Hopefully more the same with interleague play.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
From Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. And it's the first series of interleague play, and the Sox are mighty happy that it is. Second all-time behind the Yankees in winning percentage. Under Ozzie, they've been terrific at .611 winning percentage. The last 3 seasons, close to unbeatable. 39-15, and last year the best in the major leagues at 15-3. That being said, both of these teams come in with an identical 20-25 record. Let's take a look at how Don Mattingly is going to line up his Dodgers tonight. Tony Gwynn Jr. leading off, and it's Carroll. Ethier, who struggled recently, with Kemp the DH, Uribe, Loney, Navarro, Gibbons, and Russ Mitchell playing third and hitting ninth. And the defense, and now they're going to line up behind Phil Humber. Pierre Rios and Quinton left to right with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Canerco. Ramon Castro gets a nod behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Phil Humber. Humber throwing the ball exceptionally well. The ERA at 3.18. It's under 3 as a starter. Opponents hitting very little against them. Right-handers just 100. And that's due to a terrific curveball. Once again, a foggy night. It was warm all day, much cooler here this evening. But the visibility so far better than last night. Dodgers have had a lot of injuries. Casey Blake not back. They thought they were getting Rafael Furcal back, and they're not getting him back, at least for this series. So they're going with a bit of a patchwork lineup. Castro throws the ball down to second, and we're ready to play baseball. And I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball. Right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for game 1 of this 3-game series. As Tony Gwynn Jr. Tony Gwynn Jr. gets set to lead it off. Dodgers come in hitting at .250 as a club with a 3.95 ERA in the first pitch of the ball game. Fakes the button, takes the strike. '28-year-old outfielder hitting at .221, no homers. He's driven in 3. And the count very quickly, 0-2. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Outfield, for the most part, straight up. Bit of a gap in right center. He gone. And that's out number 1.
That's the real good Humber curveball, and that's one of the reasons why he's necessitated a 6-man starting rotation. That's been a good pitch for him all year long. He's gotten it over the plate when he has to, but that was his wipeout curveball, low and out of the zone. And Gwynn could not check his swing.
So here's Jamie Carroll, 37-year-old veteran, hitting at .304, no homers. He's driven in 3. Takes first pitch strike. Both teams coming in at 20 and 25.
Carroll will hit most everything to left and right center field. Chokes up on the bat. Good contact hitter.
He's hurt us in the past.
Well, he's one of the supreme swingmen around, a utility player who's been forced to play every day because of the absence of Furcal.
The Dodgers version of Nick Punto.
Very similar. And he's gotten his chance to play every day, even at 37. He's put together a solid season, and that's what he's done against the Sox during the course of his career.
And the 1-2 pitch. This is the 13th meeting between these two teams in interleague play. In the first 12, Sox have won 9 of the 12. That ball hit hard and deep. Pierre takes it one hop off the wall, so he continues to sting the ball against us. That's his 8th two-bagger.
Well, Phil made a mistake after sweeping a breaking ball low and away. He tried to come back with an outside fastball, and he got this one inside. And even at 93, you don't have enough to get by a guy who's choked up that much on the bat. Carroll winds up at second.
So here's Ethier hitting at .318. Had that 30-game hitting streak earlier. He has 4 homers and 21 knocked in. Takes first pitch strike.
Talk with Jeff Pentland about him, and he thinks that the pressure of that 30-game streak has worn down his swing recently. He said it's nothing mechanical. It's just the fact that the streak was over and the air seemed to go out of the balloon.
1-1 to count. That's the reason a lot of people think that Jody's 56-game mark will stand the test of time. The pressure of the streak. That's up high. I think it will be broken, though.
Be broken before Cal Ripken's streak will be.
Oh, boy.
There you look at what Andre Ethier did. Hit close to 400 during that streak. Second longest in Dodger history behind Willie Davis.
That's high into center field. Can of corn for Alex. 2 down. Yeah, I'll never forget that night. We had a game here. It was over. It was a fairly quick game. I rushed home. I didn't have that 100-mile drive then. I just had a little 6-mile drive.
A lot better.
Yeah. I went upstairs, walked into the place, turned on the TV, and absolutely had tears in my eyes watching that streak. Watching him trot around the warning track, shaking hands, laughing high, fives.
Well, had to end sometime, and he ended it voluntarily. That was something.
So here's a guy you got to stay away from. Matt Kemp. There's a curve. Well, you know, the thing is that towards the end there, it was definitely putting pressure on some managerial decisions.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Because he had slowed down in his career and obviously just playing to keep that streak alive.
Got to stay away from this guy. And it's 2-0 Dodgers. That's his 10th homer and 30th and 31st RBIs.
A mistake with first base open. This is the one guy in this lineup. The one guy who consistently can hit the ball out of the ballpark. And he didn't miss that one. So a Ford home run replay. That was up and out over the plate. And Kemp got most of it.
Yeah. Juan's dangerous, but he's hitting .225, 3 homers driven in 20. There's a breaking ball strike. So the one guy that you wanted to stay away from, you didn't, and he burns you. Uribe last year with the Giants at .248, 24 homers and knocked in 85.
You have to give him a lot of credit for his timing. He was playing with the right team.
Well, Juan was one of the better light guys on this ball club in his time in a Sox uniform.
When you have a guy that can play third, short, and second base, he's very valuable to a team. And Juan can do that and put a charge into one.
Get foul. Get foul. You got a hanger right there. Well, he can play third base as well as anybody in the American League. He can play shortstop as well as anybody in the American League. He can play second base as well as anybody in the American League.
and throw it better than most of them.
Chopper. The turn. And that'll do it. But he made a mistake to the wrong guy. The one guy in the lineup you don't want to have hurt you. Hit a 2-run homer, and it is 2-0 Dodgers.
Going to be Juan Pierre leading off, then Ramirez, Adam Dunn, the designated hitter, with Paulie in the middle. Then Quentin, Rios, Castro, Beckham, and Morel playing third, hitting ninth. The defense and how they'll line up behind Ted Lilly. It'll be Gibbons, Gwynn, and Ethier left to right, with Mitchell, Carroll, Uribe, and Loney. Deanna Navarro behind the plate, and the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Ted Lilly. 6-2 lifetime against our Sox, but with an ERA up over 5.
And before we show you our picks, click you at home, select yours as Juan Pierre. Hitting at 247, no homers, he's driven in 9. Mitchell in on the grass at third, outfield, there swung around to the left. And that's the ball. 5 for 14 lifetime off Ted Lilly. 2-1 the count to Pierre.
Lilly will occasionally drop a slow curveball over. His fastball has lost a couple miles an hour.
And the count 3-1. Don't help him out.
He's been throwing anywhere from 85 to 87.
There's a strike. And that ball hit in the center field. Tony Gwynn Jr. is there, and that is out number 1.
Gwynn came up with the Milwaukee Brewers, spent some time in San Diego, now finds himself in the outfield in this set. Kemp normally the starting center fielder when you don't have a designated hitter.
So here's Alexei. Hitting at 270, 5 homers, he's driven in 16. Boy, this fog is very unusual.
It is, because it moves in, moves out, then sometimes gets up in the lights and clears the field and then comes back down again.
Here's the 1-0. On my drive down to South Bend after the game last night, it was fog all the way. And in some spots where you had to get down to like 15, 20 miles an hour. put your emergency lights on. Pull a string on him and the count 1-2. .35-year-old veteran southpaw, and that's popped up into short left center. Wynn coming on, makes the catch. 2 down. So with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click. Dimangio, our director and crew, went with Canerco. Stone Pony's going with Castro and Terry Hanley, Mike Williams, Roger Clare, and all the great folks out at Bolingbrook. We're going to go with Gordon Beckham. So here's Dunn hitting at 203, 4 homers. He's driven in 19, but a lot of those 19, especially lately, have been huge. Drove in the only run in that Jake Peavy 1-0 victory over the Rangers. Had a big 2-out, 2-run single last night to put it at 4-1 over Cleveland. Now what you hit is when you hit it. Shift, Loney, Lilly, 1-2-3 inning, and after 1 it is still 2-0 Dodgers.
White Sox in-game live only at csnchicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape.
Two nothing bad guys here in the top of the second inning. It'll be Loney, Navarro, and Gibbons to face Phil Umber. Just joining us. Last inning, he struck out Gwynn. Carroll with a double. Easier went out to center, and then the one guy you don't want to mess with, Kemp. He pitched to him, hit a 2-run homer. And the count 1-0. Beckham, and 1 out. First of 3 against these Dodgers. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, Mark Burley against John Garland. And that game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, if you can't make it to the ballpark on Sunday afternoon. Edwin Jackson against Toroki Kuroda. And that game will be over WGN. Then after that, we hit the road. Another tough trip. We go 3 to Texas, then back up to Canada from Arlington, Texas. 4 with the Blue Jays, then over to Boston. 3 with the Carmines.
Get a look at Don Mattingly, first-year manager of these Dodgers. Served his apprenticeship under Joe Torre.
Softly hit. Paulie doing a good job of waiting and letting Umber take it. So Navarro is out. 2 down. And White Sox value packs are a great way for fans on any budget to catch a game at U.S. Cellular Field. They start as low as $17 and include a game ticket, hot dog, chips, and a soft drink. So visit whitesox.com to order. There's a blast from the past. Jay Gibbons.
He had some eye problems. Had that LASIK surgery and didn't see very well out of one eye, and they've been trying to work with contacts to get it back.
And that's going foul. Well, before those problems jumped up and bit him, he looked like he was really coming around.
Some of those games with the Baltimore Orioles, he was a pretty dangerous hitter.
Well, it's like any other profession. Doctors, no different than ball players. There's a shot base hit. Alex over to cut it off. You got good ones, you got mediocre ones, you got bad ones, and then you got some superstars. Jim Palmer had some problems as well in that situation with his eyes.
Yeah, but Gibbons at this point trying to make his living, and they've worked out different contacts so that he can clear up the one eye and look pretty good on that swing.
Here's Russell Mitchell. Last year at Albuquerque, hit .315, 23 homers, and drove in 87. Fouls that back.
He's one of the young guys that has a lot of power and plays a lot of different places. He's actually the third catcher on the team. He can play first. Tonight he's playing third. He's most likely not up here to stay. But while he's up here, he wants to show him that he's got some pop in the bat.
One and one to count. The 26-year-old. 1 for 11 since being called up.
I thought they were going to get Casey Blake back, but has not been the case.
Checks it up, fouls it back.
I don't know if this ever happened to you, but Casey Blake had that bursa sac in his elbow and it swelled up. They did some surgery on it, and then he got an infection in it. And he's going to be lost for the better part of 6 weeks with that. And he's one of the real steady players. He's not going to thrill you, but he gets some big hits.
Casey has become a real solid player, especially in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. Just off the corner. Casey is the epitome of that. It's not what you hit, but when you hit it.
Well, since coming over from Cleveland, and believe me, the Dodgers paid dearly for him, Carlos Santana going to the Indians. He's going to turn into a superstar.
Well, I wouldn't have done that.
they did.
That's foul ball. Says Cederstrom. So the count. 2-2, 2 out. Here in the top of the second. 2-0 Dodgers. Don Garber. Be fun to watch he and Burley go at it tomorrow. He gone. He knew it. Hook. And that'll do it. After an inning and a half, 2-0 Los Angeles. Live on Comcast Sportsnet and CSNChicago.com. Immediately following the game, get highlights and analysis from Kendall Gill, Mark Shanowski, and Stacey King. Plus, chat live with all three during each game on CSNChicago.com. 2-0 Dodgers. Here in the second inning, it'll be Canerco, Quentin, and Rios. But, you know, getting back to those eye surgeons, I mean, we're so fortunate here in Chicago, the Sox and the Bulls, to have just a tremendous team. Headed up by Tracy Williams. You got terrific corneal surgeon, Jim Noth, one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. Retinal surgeon, Kirk Paco. I mean, on and on. They just do a tremendous job. Here's first pitch strike to Pauly. Hitting at 307, 10 homers. He's driven in 32. He's faced the lead 24 times, has 6 hits, 3 of which stayed in the park.
And normally interleague play brings out the best in Paul Canerco.
He and Burley both. Change up.
Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game. And we mentioned Pauly, 49 home runs in interleague play, 4th all time. Jim Thome with 57.
And we were talking last night, talking about home runs, about first inning home runs. And how the big hurt Frank Thomas. Well, the mayor of Mean Joe Group did some more research today and came up with the top 10 all-time first inning home run leaders. Here's a tie for number 1 spot. Curveball. Mitchell, and that's out number 1. Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds both had 133 first inning homers. Bad Henry. Hank Aaron had 124 for 3rd spot. Willie Mays had 123 for the 4th spot. Gary Sheffield had 118 for the 5th spot. Alex Rodriguez has 112 for the 6th spot. Junior, Ken Griffey Jr. has 111 for the 7th hole. The big hurt is 8th with 109. Sammy Sosa is 9th with 106, and Mickey Mantle is 10th with 103.
And they all have one thing in common. They hit 3rd.
Well, some of them hit 4th.
Not too often they did. Because sometimes you don't come to bat.
That is unreal.
Well, Ricky Henderson has
81 something, yeah.
lead off the game home runs.
As Quentin, another pop-up. And that is out number 2. '81 leadoff homers.
Probably the greatest leadoff hitter in the history of the game.
In the history. Well, and for me, as I've said many times, in my 52 years in this game, I've seen and played against a lot of great offensive players. Ricky Henderson is the greatest offensive player I've ever seen.
He probably single-handedly changed more games around because he took so many walks, as well as hitting the ball out of the park. And then
the all-time leader in walks.
And then you have to sit back and take a look at what they did to the pitcher when he got on, and what the guys did after him because they were worried about Henderson stealing.
That ball hit hard down into the corner. One hop off the fence, so Alex makes the turn. And you can cancel a post-game show. Our first hit. 7th two-bagger for Rios.
Looked like Lilly tried to cut that ball in on his hands and didn't get it there.
That's his first hit off Ted Lilly in 6 at-bats. So here's Castro. Stone Ponies picked a clip.
One hopping the wall, and they're going to run on Gibbons every chance they get. The best arm on their outfield rotation is the designated hitter tonight, Matt Kemp.
Ramon takes ball 1. He's hitting 200. A homer. He's driven in 3. Lifetime against Ted Lilly is 0 for 4. Come on, Ramon. Pick him up. There's a strike on a changeup. Lilly has gone into the category of cunning and guile.
Well, he's got to with the fastball he's featuring here. I mean, he's topping out at 88. And that's very sparingly.
Backs that up with that 88-mile-an-hour fastball. So from 79 change to 88 fastball. And the count 1-2. Well, with the exception of a couple of outings, Ted Lilly has always pitched well against us.
Well, 6-2 lifetime.
And that 5.16 ERA came in those couple of outings. He just got hammered. The rest of the time, he has been good. That ball hit hard. That's going to one hop over the fence. So Alex will score on the double by Castro. And it's a 2-1 lead. Attaboy, Ramon. Don't stop now, boys.
RBI number 4. Slow curveball. And throwing a slow curveball to a guy with a slider speed bat winds up costing you some runs. That'll cost him 1.
So here's Beckham. Hitting at 210, 3 homers. He's driven in 13. Gordon has faced Lilly twice, and he's drawn the collar. Come on, Gordon. We need you. First pitch strike. A little bit of a late call by Lance Barksdale.
Gordon trying to lay off high pitches. And Navarro brought that one down. He thought it was a little high.
The ball hit deep. Stretch. Stretch. Gibbons back. The throw. Looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. 2-run homer by Gordon Beckham. And the Sox lead it 3-2. Mercy.
Couple of rolling curveballs by Ted Lilly. And the lead is gone.
Mully's happy.
Our 4th home run replay, the 4th home run of the year by Gordon Beckham. He took the high fastball, waited for the rolling curveball, and the 4th home run replay puts the Sox on top 3-2.
So here is Brent Morrell hitting at 229 with a homer, a big homer, as he takes first pitch, fastball strike. That 3-run blast off Matt Harrison of the Rangers the other night.
That could have very well turned around the entire homestand.
Well, it could be, as I said at the time, maybe the defining hit, hopefully, is that ball hit hard. That's just foul. It could be one of the defining hits of the season. Because Matt Harrison had Nintendo stuff. And he got him in the count and turned him around. And all of a sudden, poof, changes the whole momentum.
And Gordon is talking with Adam Dunn saying, Boy, they paid you all that money and were tied in home runs. 4 and 4.
So Terry Hanley, Mike Williams, and Roger Clare's pick to click. Gordon Beckham. That's outside. 1-2 the count. Yeah, they're defining hits, defining games, defining days throughout the course of the season. That you can look back and say, well, this was the one that killed us, or this is the one that got us over the hump. That's out of play. For an example, back in 2000, the defining day of that season was not a game or a hit. It was a fight. It was a fight with the Sox and the Tigers. That galvanized our club, brought them together. From there on out, they had the common bond, and they took it and ran with it. There's a shot. That's a base hit. That a boy, Brent. So 4 consecutive hits.
All this happening with 2 out, nobody on. And the Sox have gone up with a game plan against Ted Lilly. They're taking a lot of his fastballs, and they're sitting back and waiting for either the cutter or the curveball, and hitting it pretty well.
Well, when you go up against Cunning and Guile, you've got to have a plan, and usually that's the best way to approach it. Take his fastballs, sit on his soft stuff, because now if he makes the change and starts going with more fastballs, then you have to make the adjustment. Pierre, he lined out to center field leading off last inning. And that's a base hit. So 5 in a row. But you know those defining moments. Last year, the defining moment for us
was in
Minnesota. Had a 3-run lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah,
that broke our backs right there. That was the defining game of the 2010 season.
But getting us back into that season was when Omar Vizquel took over at third base. And he just turned everything around to make us competitive enough to get to that point.
Well, that was a defining move.
Yep.
But the game was that blowing that 3-run lead at Target Field. Besides that, Omar now has not stopped yet. Don't stop now, boys. Here's Alexei. He popped up to short center field. Takes it outside. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for our Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for their Dodgers. Oh, he's got the catbird seat. 2-0. And it's 3-0. Turn him loose.
Lilly came over last year from the Cubs, went 7-4 with the Dodgers, threw the ball very well. It earned him a sizable contract. Don Mattingly not liking the way this one is starting out.
Taking all the way. And the count's 3-1.
Most umpires don't like this one very much. Guerrero caught that one down.
I'm sort of glad he called it a strike. We'll see how it works out. So a full count.
That one also had the corner. See the 5 appear. Well, after walking to first on 2 straight pitches, Alexei probably best be swinging on this one.
If it's close, he better. Yeah. If it's high enough or low enough, he better be swinging. The payoff. Comes back and gets him. But some damage is done. RBI double by Castro, knocks in Rios. 2-run homer by Beckham. Sox lead at 3-2.
And also a member of the Bull Sox Academy. And Mike, you're going to talk to us about the camps and the Ozzie days and what you have coming up.
Oh, it's going to be real exciting. We're getting ready for our summer camp season to start, but we have next Saturday a parent-child camp on the field here at US Cellular. And Ozzie Guillen is going to do his first camp, going to be run by the Academy, but our summer camps for all the kids throughout the Chicagoland area. We're hoping to get as many as we can, and we'll be bringing those kids to US Cellular for a little bit of an experience.
And the key really is to learn how to play baseball the right way.
Exactly. We're hoping that everyone that comes out takes our tips and lessons brochures home, learns a lot of great techniques that our coaches are learning directly from the White Sox coaches.
And the good part about it is that you're going to get instructed by the best. And I think the most important part is also to have a good time.
Yeah, every child will have a whole lot of fun. We'll be teaching them the baseball the fun way, a lot of the fundamentals that we do here, and hoping that everyone has a great summer with us.
And Ozzie decided to come out and instruct some of the young kids, and hopefully he'll teach them how to play a little shortstop.
Exactly. We're going to have camps both in the western suburbs and at Mount Greenwood here in the city during the All-Star break. July 11th and 12th, that Ozzie will be working specifically with the middle infielders. We're talking a little hitting as well.
Tell us just one time how they get in touch with you to get more information on this.
Real easy. It's 630-PLAY-BALL, or go to our website, www.bullsoxacademy.com.
Mike, thank you very much for stopping up, and good luck.
Thank you, partner. Okay. Take care.
Mike Huff, former outfielder, good guy. And they will have some fun out there, and that's key. You got to let those youngsters have some fun while they're learning. They learn a lot easier and a lot better when they're having fun, don't they, Mike? One out. And here's Jamie Carroll. He doubled and scored back in the first inning. That's really a good facility out there. Wow.
And it really helps when you give up a home run early, fall behind, and your team comes back and gets you the lead.
1-1 to count.
That lead courtesy of Gordon Beckham.
And the count 2-2. Off Paulie. I hope it didn't get his wrist. Beckham quickly gets over to hold him to a single. Hopefully that just got some leather.
No, I think it got a part of his wrist. Yeah, he's looking down at it.
I tell you, Jamie Carroll is like Nick Punto. He just wears us out.
Slicing this one down the line and takes a high hop. Paulie didn't get much leather, got, I think, a whole lot of wrist on that one. He's going to feel that for a while.
So here's Ethier. He went out to center field. Takes a strike.
Ethier came over from the Oakland Athletics. A good trade for the Dodgers. He gave up Milton Bradley.
They got Ethier for Milton Bradley?
Yeah. That's a good deal.
That's a hell of a trade.
Apparently the computer wasn't working that well then.
That's cold. That's cold. Close, didn't get it. And the count 2-2. Now he says 2-1. Put a string on him, had him out in front. Nice motion. Now it's 2-2.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to see Ethier tap one in the infield into a double play. He's done that 4 times. That way you don't have to face Kemp this inning.
That curveball chopped over into the Dodger dugout. Outfield for the most part straight up, spread out. And once again the 2-2 pitch. And there's a curveball laced into left field. So 1 out, 2 on, and here comes Kemp. He got a high fastball. And if you miss that home run back in the first inning, poof.
10 and 31 on the power numbers for Matt Kemp. And that was a no-doubter at the time, giving Ted Lilly and the Dodgers a 2-0 lead, which has been erased. But Phil Humber in a jam.
Well, got a guy swinging the bat. He's leading the team in hitting. He's leading the team in home runs. He's leading the team in RBIs. You just got to make some good pitches.
And one more category. He's leading the team in grounding into double plays.
So that's nice.
That could come in handy. He's got 6 of them.
Low and away. Breaking ball. And there's the strike. Change up. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for our guys. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for their guys here in the top of the 3rd if you're just joining us. But we got a jam we got to wiggle out of. Uribe on deck.
Kemp will go through streaks where he'll swing at most anything, and other times he'll get selected. He leads the team in strikeouts, but when he is selective, he's an exceptionally tough hitter.
The 2-1.
Good spot for that fastball. Evens the count.
Long look back. Time is called.
Carroll 4 for 4 in stolen bases. One of the reasons why Ember was giving him the long look.
That curveball hit deep. Alex, stay in here. Right in front of the fence, makes the catch. He just missed it. Right in front of Ted Lyons for out number 2. So that'll bring up Uribe. Uribe grounded out to Alexei. Chops that one foul.
Uribe's not one of those walking infielders. Only 11 walks and 139 at bats.
And that's up high. One thing about one, when he does get hot, he can absolutely carry it. The thing about him, he comes up with some big 2- and 3-run homers when you don't expect him to, because he looks so bad in his first couple of at bats. Ball hit hard down to Brent. Up with it. He gets in a jam. He pitches out of the jam. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, leading by 1.
to be named World Series MVP twice. You think about that? We'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
Adam Dunn will lead it off for us here in the bottom of the third. Adam bounced out 3-1 his first trip. And that's just inside. Good eye. Good check. 2-0. Two-run homer by Gordon Beckham. Scored Ramon Castro, who had just knocked in Alex Rios with a double. There's a strike. And of course, with that home run by Beckham, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 42, so $4,200 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. Takes it up in the count 2-2. One out.
Good off-speed pitch by Ted Lilly.
Had him way out in front. Way out in front.
Just a straight change. Your eye registers fastball, and then the ball just doesn't get there.
So here's Paulie. He grounded out to Mitchell at third. That was on a curveball. Well, that's one of the many differences in the big leagues and the minor leagues. In the big leagues, you get a lot of fastballs that turn into changeups. In minor leagues, you can usually see it. There's a strike.
And guys haven't refined it very much by the time they're down there. If they have a real good one, they don't spend a lot of time down there. They come up here.
A lot of guys going to professional baseball don't even have a changeup.
Nope. I was one of them.
As that's popped up, Uribe making the call. And that's out number 2.
Travis Wood of the Cincinnati Reds has a no-hitter against the Indians in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out.
Well, just go on, Travis.
Cincinnati leading 4-0. Yeah, just keep on rolling.
Here's Quentin. He popped up. Popped up to third. That's not a pop-up. That's a hanger. And he heard it. Line shot double. And Lilly really upset with himself, as well he should be. 16th two-bagger for Quentin. And a reminder, this spring, don't throw out your old baseball gloves. Donate them. Donations benefit youth in the White Sox-sponsored Inter-City Baseball League. Donations will be accepted April 15th through May 31st. So for details about collection sites and more information, call 312-674-5369 or visit BullsSoxAcademy.com.
Ted Lilly's having some big problems with the off-speed breaking ball.
Here's Alex. He ripped a double down into that left field corner. little time is called. Also a reminder that Saturday, June 11th, well, that's Rat Pack Night and Fireworks presented by Palmer House Hilton. Sox take on the Oakland A's at 6:10. So enjoy post-game fireworks presented by Palmer House Hilton. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. There's the fastball. That one at 87. That's Looper, and that's going to fall. Oh, no. He made a good play, Uribe. Dadgummit. Nice play, Uribe. Saves a run. And we'll go to the fourth, leading 3-2.
The fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
We're into the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Loney, Navarro, and Gibbons to face Phil Umber. Our Sox with 3 runs on 6 hits. Their Dodgers with 2 runs on 5 hits. A couple of 2-run homers in the game. One by Matt Kemp, the other by Gordon Beckham. Curveball strike. Loney grounded out softly to Beckham. Curveball, pretty good curveball, didn't get it.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multi-view.
Off the end of the bat. Well, underneath. Nice pick by Paulie again. What new?
I think Brent had plenty of time and just tried to lollipop that ball over there, and instead of getting a whole lot on it. Loney does not have great speed. Good pick. The farther that ball is away from you, the more difficult it is. Well, he does that well.
So here's Navarro. He had a little soft dribbler down the first baseline that Paulie made a good play in, not trying to get it. He waited. Umber came over, picked it up, and just shoveled it to him.
Their number 1 catcher, Rod Barajas. So Navarro not getting a whole lot of play. He's 20 at bats this year.
Good curveball, 1-2. Well, they've had a lot of things go wrong in LA this year.
There's no question.
Everything that could. Ball hit sharply. Beckham's got him. 2 down. One of the most storied franchises in baseball history. Having to go through this is not nice, not good, but it will get resolved. Here's Gibbons. Smoked a single into center field. Pops that one up. Stay in here. Come back. Come back. It will. Yes. And Brent stays with it. Makes a nice catch. And that'll retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning. First one for Umber. We've completed 3.5, and we lead it 3-2.
We ask you, who was the only Dodgers player to be named World Series MVP twice? And the answer, Sandy Koufax, a Hall of Famer in 1963 and 1965.
I'll still never get over that 7th game in 1965 against the Minnesota Twins. That was an unbelievable exhibition of talent. Sandy with one of the greatest curveballs in the history of the game, could not get it over. Facing one of the best fastball hitting teams, certainly in the last 50 years in this game. The Minnesota Twins just went strictly with a fastball, and they never had a chance.
And they had a terrific, just a terrific lineup.
Oh. Everybody in that lineup could turn a 30-30 around. But it just goes to show the best pitch in baseball is a well-located fastball, especially when it's about 100.
I was going to say, they had the slow guns then.
There's a strike in the count, 0-2. Ramon started off our scoring with that RBI double.
Well, he's taking a look at 2 fastballs because he rifled a curveball, 1 hop over the wall.
That changeup. Just tuning in. Dodgers 2 in the first, Sox 3 in the second. First of a 3-game set. Mark Burley against John Garland tomorrow afternoon. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field. As he got him. 3rd strikeout for Lilly, 1 out. So here's Gordon getting a nice round of applause, as well he should. With 1 run in, Castro at second. Beckham came to the plate and poof.
Slow hook. The lead is gone. 3 hitters, 3 runs.
Checks it up and takes the fastball.
That was the best fastball that Lily's thrown tonight, and he tried to push Beckham back off the plate with it.
And that's popped up. Tony Gwynn Jr. 2 down. And a reminder, you can secure tickets for the season's most sought after promotional nights, giveaway dates, and post-game fireworks by purchasing a 7-game promo pack. Now, promo packs are available right now. Start as low as $82 a seat. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Brent Morrell singled into right field. Sox strung together 5 straight hits back in the second. With 2 out, nobody on. A double by Rios, a double by Castro, the homer by Beckham, the single by Morrell, and the single by Pierre. As he tries to bunt, Loney playing back at first.
Well, a good idea, and Ozzie was working with the guys who can bunt, trying to show them how to bunt. And one of the guys he was working with was Brent Morrell.
And the count 0-2. And that's a souvenir right side. No balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Brent. Good 2-strike hitter, buddy. That slow curveball just did get a piece of it.
That was one of the few he's thrown. That's one of the adjustments he's made this inning. And one of the adjustments he's made since the 5 straight hits in the second was limiting the slow curveballs.
Tries to ace him on the inside.
There you look at the numbers. No walks.
Just did get a piece of that little harder curveball right there. Well, Lily's been a good one. 116 up, 100 down.
And he spent some time in the American League East playing his trade with the Toronto Blue Jays, and you win 15 games with them in that division, that's pretty good.
He was sneaky at that point, though.
Yeah,
he was about a foot quicker than he looked.
I was going to say, he had better fastball in those days.
Tried to backdoor it, and that's ball 2. You see, when a guy is a left-hander like Lily, you see a lot of right-handed hitters fouling him over the first base dugout. You know he is sneaky.
The fans are yelling balk, which would be fine where there's somebody on. Ted apparently didn't have the grip on the ball, so he just stopped.
So Brent working him out.
And one of the things that made Lilly tough, and you can see it in his motion, is he hesitates. Normally a pitcher will start his motion and then continue with it. Lilly will start his motion and then hesitate just ever so slightly before coming home. Right there.
That's popped up right side and playable. Loney makes a catch, and that'll retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 4, leading by 1. And you can text Subway to 29653, and if you are the 500th texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway. Top of the 5th inning. Russell Mitchell called out on a curveball his first trip. That ball hit hard into left center field. Alex, long way to go. Yes! As he runs into Ted. Nice play, nice jump, nice catch.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay. And Alex Rios runs it down. Looked like it was ticketed for 2 bases. But Alex got a good jump. Made a good catch.
So here is Tony Gwynn Jr. 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. And the count 0-1. Chops that curveball foul. Sox 15-3 last year in interleague play. And since the advent of interleague play, the only team that has a better record are the Yankees. Sox 142 up and 104 down. Beckham. 2 out.
7 in a row retired by Phil Humber. Had a problem in the first inning. Given up just 3 singles since then.
Well, there's some mixed emotions about interleague play. So I didn't hear it. I just saw a crawl the other day that Jim Leland was blasting interleague play.
And Joe Madden.
Joe Madden was blasting it. That's their opinion. Of course, most people could care less about their opinion.
Well, I believe that it's a fans' game.
It's that's the whole story right there.
It's a fans' game.
It's a fan game, and the fans love it.
And they have liked it. And they've paid a great deal of money. And usually when you look at the attendance for interleague play, attendance goes up across the board. And as long as that happens, they're going to have it, regardless of what Mr. Leland and Mr. Madden think.
I love it. I think it's terrific.
I've loved it from the beginning because our fans will get a chance to see players that they just don't get a chance to see unless you go to spring training, and that's different.
1-2 the count to Carroll, who is what new 2 for 2 against us. This little guy's been a pain in the derriere. Not this time, Jamie. 1, 2, 3 inning. He's retired 8 in a row. Halfway home, leading 3-2. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Pierre, Alexei, and Adam Dunn.
Be nice to get a little insurance against Ted Lilly.
One is 1 for 2. Lined hard to center field in the bottom of the 1st. Then he singled to left in the 2nd.
He's got Mitchell playing way in on the grass at third base.
Trying to give that a Tony Fernandez special.
Just bring him in and then whack it by him. Yeah.
Tony Fernandez. Well, what a body he had. Like a 6'2" noodle. Uribe. 1 out. Tony Fernandez could throw from so many angles, as many as any angle as there is.
I just remember the play that he used to do offensively was shorten up as if to bunt and then slap it at the shortstop. He didn't try to just slap it at the shortstop and beat the play out.
He was good at it. Ozzie was good at that too. So here's Alexei. He's 0 for 2. He popped up to short center and struck out. Nice pick by Mitchell. Kept his glove low. And that's out number 2.
Not bad for an all-purpose player that catches and plays first base. And now, because of the shift, it's going to be Mitchell that's going over on the first base side of second. They're going to leave Carroll at shortstop and send Uribe out into short right field.
Come on, Adam, get your first hit against the left-hander. What is he, 0 for 26?
He's in the neighborhood.
He's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out 3-1 and then struck out. 0 for 28 now.
These guys did hook up a lot, with Adam spending his entire career in the National League.
And that's fouled away left side. He is now 2 for 14 lifetime off Ted with a homer. Got him. That's 7 in a row retired by Lilly, and we'll go to the 6th. Sportsnet as the Chicago Rush take on the Dallas Vigilantes at the Allstate Arena. Rush Vigilantes Sunday at 3 only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Got the heart of the order coming up here in the top of the 6th. Ethier, Kemp, Uribe, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters.
When Ethier was in college at ASU, a buddy of mine, the portly detective, Don Vogel, told me that ASU has a star who's going to be a pretty good player. That star was Andre Ethier. He's gone on to have a pretty good career.
He is 1 for 2 tonight, and he's got a 2-0 count. He was featured in a magazine that I saw as a model, modeling clothes, and I'll tell you what, he's a handsome guy. He looked like a professional model. 2-1. Change up. So he's got the catbird seat. 3 balls and a strike.
Phil's getting under that changeup, and that's what's leaving it up and outside to the left-hand hitters.
So the dreaded leadoff walk. First walk issued by Phil, and here comes Kemp, who had a long 2-run homer on a fastball in the first. Then in the third, with 2 men aboard, got a curveball and almost hit it out of here, taking it deep into left center. So trouble of brewing always with a leadoff walk. Comes right at him. And the count 0-1. When I mentioned the Sox second best record in interleague play, the Yankees are coming into tonight 144 up, 102 down. Sox 143 up, 104 down. Yankees 585 percentage. Our Sox 579. Then Minnesota at 569. Boston at 567. And the Angels at 560. And there's the strike. Change up. Good motion. And the count 0-2. He gone. Aced him. Right on the outside corner. 1 out.
Pretty good pitch. Half the ball had the plate. And he got Kemp, I think, looking for anything but that. That ball came back. Received well and framed by Castro. Good movement. And he rings him up. That's a big out.
So here's Uribe. He is grounded to short and he is grounded to third. Yes, he did.
He appealed to Adrian Johnson. All bundled up. Springtime.
24,121. And that's up high. Just joining us, Dodgers 2 in the first. That 2-run homer by Kemp. Sox 3 in the second. RBI double by Castro and a 2-run homer by Beckham. And the count 2-1.
Good stop by Ramon. Making sure that Ethier has to stay at first.
Big hack, no contact, 2-2.
That was a good straight change out of the zone, and Uribe has always been very, very aggressive. This one after it, well off the plate.
And that is foul. Another change, high. Those don't work. They have a tendency to go a very long way. And a reminder, you can join the Shy Sox mobile group by texting OAK for a chance to win $50 in Comiskey cash and 4 tickets to the game on June 10th versus Oakland. Shy Sox mobile users get special offers, exclusive deals, contest info, and great prizes. Joining is free, but message and data rates may apply. So text OAK to Shy Sox. That's 244-769 to be entered to win.
There's been 5 pitches in the at bat, only 1 in the zone.
That's what makes one so dangerous.
He'll just swing at anything, but he doesn't get cheated on anything.
No, and again, when he gets hot, he hits some of those eye-high fastballs a long way and some of those off-speed pitches down and out over the plate a long way. Ground ball. They get the lead man. Ether is forced. That's 2 down.
This one not hit particularly hard, and that's the only thing that stopped it from being 2. Gordon wants to get the throw off, but can't get the ball out of the glove in time. So Loney will have a shot.
He is 0 for 2. He's grounded to second, then he grounded to third. Brent made a low throw to first. That's popped up into left field. Quentin, can of corn should be, and it'll retire the side. He pitches over the leadoff walk, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 good guys. Sox take on John Garland and the Dodgers in an afternoon meeting here at U.S. Cellular Field. Coverage begins at 12:30 with an exclusive sit-down with Burley during Felco White Sox pregame live. White Sox Dodgers tomorrow at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Bottom of the 6th inning. Sox lead at 3-2 as you look at our 32-year-old southpaw going against one of his good friends and John Garland. I tell you, that 05 season, 4 consecutive complete games in postseason play, and only 6 pitches kept it from being 5 consecutive. As Paulie takes that changeup low and away. Paulie's 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and popped up to Uribe in short left center field. Juan's playing second base. And there's a strike. High into the fog. Gibbons stays with it. 1 out.
And both of these pitchers gave up all of the runs given up in 1 inning. Dodgers got their 2 in the first. We got our 3 in the second, and that's that.
So here's Quentin. He's popped up to third, then he doubled with 2 out. Nobody on in the third. First pitch strike. 1-1 the count. And June 5th, well, that's White Sox kids jerseys presented by Pepsi. Come out to U.S. Cellular Field on Sunday, June 5th, as our Sox take on the Tigers. First 10,000 children 13 and under will receive White Sox kids jerseys courtesy of Pepsi. And the count 1-2.
Lee has gone to more straight changes than slow curveballs. He's about to deliver pitch number 83.
Well, if you're just tuning in, that slow curveball. Back in the second inning, Rios got a double on one. Castro, the next hitter, got a double on one. Back in the next hitter, got a 2-run homer on one.
That's why Ted went away with.
I think that's a good move for him. And if you miss that second inning, poof.
And take a look at that one, and that one, along with a Quinton double later on, all on the slow hook.
The 2-2. And that's a fastball. Just muscles that one in there, so he's 2 for 3.
Last time Alex was up, it's our Home Depot doing more on defense. And it looked like an RBI base hit, but Juan Uribe had other ideas. Takes that one away from Alex, bidding for his second hit of the night.
Well, Juan Uribe is one of the best infielders I've ever seen because of his great hands, great arm, and versatility. You don't see that package wrapped up in many players. Threw that fastball by him at 88. Time was called, so there's no play.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Time was called. Lilly then goes to the pickoff move.
Got nothing to lose.
Oh, except his first baseman, who saw the timeout being called, and Loney looked. What's going on? Look,
that's
wow.
Embarrassing.
This is going to be tough.
Little left-hander Freddie Norman. Remember him?
Yeah.
He had one of the greatest left-handed moves that you ever want to see. Look at Loney.
He comes off first base. Jeez.
First time I was playing first and Freddie was pitching, I thought he was going home. I started to move off the bag and he hit me right in the chest.
It must have felt good.
Oh.
And just a touch embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, we only had like 700 or 800 in the stands in Kansas City at the time. 0-1 the count, 1 down.
Fans are booing Ted Lilly, who not rushing into anything here tonight.
Cleveland has come back to tie Cincinnati at 4.
Yeah, just no sooner did I tell you that he had a no-hitter than it was gone, and he was out.
That's outside. Had a good hack at that one. And now he's in the hole 1-2. That one was high and wide. Fouled out of here. Souvenir right side. Of course, the Hall of Fame great announcer Vin Scully is not here. But he is entering his 62nd season broadcasting the Dodgers.
Not bad. Got him in Brooklyn.
That one's popped up right side. Loney makes the call. Got the ball. 2 down.
Vin has a deal where the farthest he goes is Colorado. The farthest east he will go from Los Angeles. That, of course, is if he wants to. Pretty much can do whatever he wants at this point, and justifiably so.
And our own Eric Collins does games that he does not do.
Yep. Talked to Eric before the game. Says does about 40 a year. We also have another Hall of Famer, Jaime Herrin, who does Spanish broadcast and has done it for a long time.
53rd season. That's out of play. So Castro had that RBI double in the second, knocking in Rios. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, Jaime is a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Said he's given up doing the postseason, but he does every game and has for a long time.
And that's out of play. Of course, former teammate of mine, Rick Mundy, who was the first player ever chosen in the draft back in 1966 out of Arizona State. He and Charlie Steiner do radio. They have a terrific team of broadcasters.
Mike McDougal listening up in the pen as Lilly about to deliver pitch number 93.
Two out. Short lead. And the 0-2. He did not go.
Matt Thornton throwing in the pen, or at least standing in the pen.
Tried to sneak that fastball by him. Well, when Vince Scully started broadcasting with the Dodgers, gasoline was 27 cents a gallon. Postage stamp was 3 cents.
That's why they're
wage
doing so
was
well.
75 cents an hour.
But that's whether you needed it or not.
And once again, the 1-2 pitch. Stay on top of him. He knew it. So that is the 5th strikeout for Lilly. And we're into the 7th.
We got 2 more left with these Dodgers, and then it's on the road again. To Texas for 3, to Toronto for 4, and that trip culminates in Boston. Our Felco upcoming schedule. Right in the middle of a 20 of 26 on the road. The first part of that, 6-3 on the West Coast trip. So far, a very successful homestand. And then a very difficult road trip coming up.
Top of the 7th inning. Our guys on top 3-2. Here's Navarro. DeHonor takes a curveball strike. He is 0 for 2. Couple, well, little nubber down the first baseline that Umber made the play on, and then he hit the ball sharply to Becker. Another curve, and the count evens at 1. 3-7-0 for us, 2-5-0 for them. Cues it right off the off, stayed right with it. Went, stayed down on it, and made it easy. So 1 out. And here's Jay Gibbons. Singles sharply up the middle in the second, and then fouled out to Morrell, who stayed with it. Over by the tarp, made a nice catch. And we'll send out a big White Sox hello and welcome back to a couple of huge Sox fans, Morton, Karen, Levy. There's a strike, and the count 1-1.
Phil Umber has really settled down after giving up the 2-run homer in the first inning. He's held this Dodger team scoreless.
Pretty good curveball, but Gibbons wouldn't bite.
And just in case, Matt Thornton is still ready in the pen.
Come on, Phil. Blow your neck, buddy. Phil's been pitching through a bug, same one that Stone Pony and I had, and done a heck of a job. Checks it up on that change, fouls it away, full count.
Well, that was one of the reasons why Gavin Floyd and Phil were flip-flopped in the rotation. It worked out very well as Gavin threw the ball exceptionally well in his start, and Umber is throwing it well here tonight.
Nice job by Umber. 2 down. Well, Gavin last night, after that start in Oakland, that was a terrific bounce back for him. Started a little bit in the first inning after that. It was all over.
Well, there you look at the numbers, and that day after you pitch a very good game, get the win, do what you're supposed to do, is just a great day at the park.
Russell Mitchell 0 for 2, a strikeout. Then he almost took Umber out of here, leading off the 5th inning, deep into left center field, and Alex got a tremendous jump, went back and made a nice catch.
All ready to deliver pitch number 102.
Alexei quickly transfer. Yes, nice play. Nice play. And that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch. Sox lead it by 1. The bottom of the 7th inning. He's 1 for 2, a big 2-run homer back in the 2nd. His 4th of the season. He now has 15 RBIs. But that made it a 3-2 Sox lead. First pitch strike from Lilly. You know, Phil Lumber is retired. 14 out of the last 15 hitters he has faced.
Well, it's just another in a series of solid outings.
As that's popped up. Gibbons coming on.
Juan Castro has come in the game. He's playing second.
So here's Brent Morrell. He's 1 for 2. Had a lengthy at bat back in the 4th where he finally fouled out to Loney at first. And that's into right field. Quickly 2 down. And that was pitch number 98 for Lilly. So here comes one. One is 1 for 3. Now 6 for 17 lifetime off his former teammate. There's a strike.
Looked like Juan was thinking about bunting, but at the last instant took one inside.
Mitchell in on the grass at third. And that breaking ball low and away. Come on, Juan, get on for Alexei. Alexei's due. Loney, oh man, nice pick right there on a tough hop. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. For Lilly wins in the 8th, still leading 3-2.
Look at the look on the pick by James Loney. Tough play.
That ball took a funny bounce on him.
He stayed right with it and ended the inning.
Jerry Sands will hit for Tony Gwynn Jr., who was 0 for 3 tonight.
And there are the numbers on Matt Thornton.
Outfield straight up, spread out. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for our Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for their Dodgers. Little high. Jerry Sands, 6'4", 220 pounds. Clayton, North Carolina.
Only had 3 opportunities to pinch hit this year, and he is 0 for 3.
And he's 23 years old. Pretty good pitch right there. Ramon wanted it. Didn't get it.
Well, they like Sands. Might not have been here but for some injuries, but he's got decent speed. He's not a guy you want to put on base via the base on balls with the heart of the order coming up.
He's got decent power too. And the dreaded leadoff walk.
Well, the bullpen has been more than equal to the task the last 12 games. They've given up just 1 earned run. ERA .30 in 29 2/3 innings. But walking the leadoff man with a guy that can execute offensively, which Jamie Carroll can, usually is not a good recipe.
Well, he's right at a .325 career hitter against us. Is Jamie Carroll. He's 2 for 3 tonight. .319 coming in. A double, a single, and he has scored a run. First pitch strike. Those leadoff walks will get you a lot of canceled checks. That ball hit hard. 1, can't get it. Bounces over.
That's a break because it would have been a run had it stayed in.
Meanwhile, the leadoff walk sitting at third. Carroll at second. And he continues just to beat our brains in.
Second double of the night. We'll take another look at it. Fastball. And we tried a couple times to come inside on Carroll, and it hasn't worked very well. Don't expect this guy to pull the ball. That's one of the reasons why Juan is off the line. No chance to get to this one, and the break so far is that it did bounce out of the park. It's going to be a 2-base hit anyway, but it would have scored Sands.
So here's Ethier. He's 1 for 2. Ducks on the punt, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Threw that one right by him in 97.
Jansen loosening in the pen, and that's one of the guys they use to close. Don Mattingly told me that he's got a tremendous fastball.
And a count 1-2.
One more high fastball, you can put Kemp on first.
He gone. Big strikeout for Matt. Ramon looking over in that dugout, see what they want to do.
Well, he didn't go with a fastball. Actually, he did, but it was away. He got him.
So they're going to put him on to load him up. Juan Castro. Kemp tonight, 1 for 3. Long 2-run homer in the first inning. Then he just missed another homer in the third. That would have been a 3-run shot. And there's ball 4.
Castro came up a week ago from Albuquerque. He was hitting .458. And here comes Ozzie. So Jesse Crane's going to come in the game. Matt Thornton is going to depart. We'll step out and be back after these messages.
By visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME.
Our Toyota call to the pen. And it is Jesse Crane, who inherits a problem. That's bases loaded. Crane 1-1 ERA, a fine .266 on for the 18th time. And he will be facing Castro.
Castro is the 38-year-old veteran. So here we go. Sacks packed with Dodgers. 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Our guys leading 3-2. Hitting in Uribe's spot. Yes, he did, and the count 0-1. Outfield short, swung around to the right. Big gap out there in left center.
Very good speed on the base path. Castro, however, doesn't run well. Good double play target.
And the count 0-2. He gone. Jesse Crane, 2 down.
Take a look at our Dodge pitch tracks. Looked like a slider that didn't slide. Just stayed on the inner portion, threw it right by him. 3 straight pitches, and now Loney stands between Jesse Crane and getting out of the inning.
He's 0 for 3, grounded to second, grounded to third, and gone out to right. Close pitch, didn't get it.
He is a contact hitter. Strikes out very infrequently.
There's a strike.
Good solid breaking ball for strike 1. Sands, Carroll, and Kemp on the bases.
Big pitch right here, the 1-1. Chopper. Alexei on the move. Yes! Jesse Crane comes in. Sacks packed, 1 out. Strikes out Castro. Grounds out Loney. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Still leading 3-2.
And Kenley Jansen comes in the game. Look at the strikeouts per innings pitched. 29 strikeouts in 17 in the 3rd innings pitched. He's just one of the stable of very good young arms the Dodgers have.
Well, he's 6'5", 260 pounds out of Curacao.
Control has been a factor, but they love his arm as Ozzie looking over his lineup card. And looks like Sergio Santos loosening in the pen. An insurance run would look really sweet right about here.
So here we go. Alexei, Dunn, and Konerko. Bottom of the 8th. 3-7-0 for us. 2-6-0 for them. Last year for the Dodgers, 27 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, only 12 hits. He was all over that one, just underneath it, but meanwhile the count 0-2.
97. Pretty good pitch, Alexei. Didn't like the call of Barksdale, but it was there.
One out, and you can follow the Sox with the MLB.com At Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text At Bat to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com.
I've got that.
I know you did, and you paid for it.
Indeed.
Adam fouls that away. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Got the big shift on him once again.
Outfield spread out. Nice gap out there in left center if he can find it. All over that one. That one at 96, just underneath it. And very quick to the count, 0-2. Just joining us, Dodgers with 2 in the first, Sox with 3 in the second. Good try by Jansen. Boy, these young pitchers coming into the big leagues, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I mean, they're gigantic. These guys used to play defensive end in football maybe 15 years ago at 6'5", 260. Now they're coming up throwing 97, and they're in the big leagues.
Little chopper right side. Mitchell will make that play, so that's a 5-3 put out. 2 down, and here comes Paulie. Kenley, 23 years old, 6'5", 260.
He's got some growing to do yet.
It's amazing. Did you see Osney down in the clubhouse?
I did, and he's
done
some growing
bigger
also.
And bigger.
I know.
He's a good baseball player. Ozzy's youngest, and if he doesn't make it in baseball, I'll tell you, he's got to go to the movies. Boy, he's a handsome young man. Paulie, breaking ball, strike. For the Dodgers, the schedule hitters in their half of the ninth, lower third of their order, Navarro, Gibbons, and Mitchell.
Ozzy told me that Osney was a very smart player, and you would expect nothing less.
That's right. That one at 97, and the count 0-2, so he's throwing strikes.
There's a look at Osney Guillen.
Good 2-strike hitter right here, Paulie. That one at 97 again. Well, I'm glad to see him wearing that elbow pad.
You and I both. Remember Jeff Bagwell used to wear, and Andres Galarraga used to wear one on their wrist and hand.
That breaking ball hit into left field. Gibbons coming on. He's there. Dives. He didn't have to. He just misjudged it.
I don't think you could see it.
And that'll retire the side. We're into the ninth. It's a 3-2 Sox lead. Wrap it down. highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill, plus go live to Ozzy's post-game remarks. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Well, we've got our Toyota call to the pen. And the gentleman coming in has been spotless. Sergio Santos, 6 for 6, no ERA, 2-0. Just 8 hits in 20 innings, 23 strikeouts, 9 walks. Right-handers hitting .034 against him. And what a job by Jesse Crain, getting out of a bases-loaded, 1-out jam with no margin for error. He just shut the door.
Well, we're glad he's here.
Yes. Subtraction from Minnesota and addition to us.
He worked 10 innings against us last year, and we had no chance.
Not as much chance the Dodgers had against him tonight.
So here we go. Navarro to lead it off. First ball, fastball hunting. Out in front, hooks it foul.
Paulie right on the line.
0 for 3.
And Uribe had a strained left hip flexor, could have done it on that diving catch, and that's why he left the game tonight.
They saved a run for him, which would really look big right now. Gibbons on deck and Mitchell in the hole. There's a good strike. 93. Make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field tomorrow afternoon. Mark Burley against John Garland. If you can't, that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. He gone. Big out. 1 down.
Great slider. Navarro, who hasn't played very much, certainly wasn't expecting this. The disappearing slider.
So here's Gibbons. He's 1 for 3. Solid single back in the second inning, right back through the middle. If you're just tuning in, Phil Umber went 7 innings, giving up to 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Another outstanding performance. As that's popped up right side. Beckham. 2 down. So here is Russell Mitchell. He's 0 for 3. Leading off the 5th, though, he took Rios back up against that left center field wall. Now he's made a fine running catch on him. Close pitch, didn't get it. And the count evens at 1. Slider. 2-1 to count. And we get ourselves a 3-3 tie. Russell Mitchell 23 homers last year at Albuquerque, has tied this game at 3. So for us in the bottom of the ninth, it'll be Quentin, Rios, and Castro, the scheduled hitters.
Our Ford home run replay is the first run Sergio Santos has given up all year, including spring training. Just down the line.
It's a foul pole.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. So here is Sands. He turns it loose. And another tough break for Phil Humble. Mercy, 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 mercy.
Well, Willie can't lose. Humber can't win. Game is in the hands of the bullpen.
And the count 0-2. Slider low and away. He gone, but the home run by Russell Mitchell will go to the bottom of the ninth. Tied at 3. Home run hit the foul pole by Russell Mitchell. And here we go. Quentin, Rios, and Castro, the scheduled hitters.
Well, Greg Walker told me that he was working with the leg kick on Carlos Quentin. And he's hit the ball pretty well tonight.
2 for 3, a double and a single. Kenley Jansen, first pitch, breaking ball low and away. Pittsburgh beat Detroit 10-1 at PNC. Boston leading the Cubs 15-5, top of the ninth at Fenway. 1-1 to count. Fog now getting a little heavier.
AJ has a bat and helmet. Most likely hit for Castro.
Big pitch, and it goes advantage Quentin. 2-1. And it's 3 balls and a strike. Bottom of the 5th in Arizona. Minnesota shutting out the D-backs 1-0. We are seeing some shutouts this year.
Kansas City shut out St. Louis 3-0.
Three-one pitch. Made a good pitch on him. Pitcher's pitch, 3-1.
Alex Rios in the on-deck circle. And the outfield's very deep all the way around.
High into left field. Gibbons trying to circle. The Wagons makes the catch.
He's made every play, but they've been adventurous. Can't be that easy looking up right into that fog.
So here's Rios. Alex 1 for 3. Double and a run scored back in the 2nd. Takes it low and away. AJ on deck. Two and 0. Totals on the board identical at 3-7-0. Just joining us, 2-run homer by Matt Kemp in the 1st inning. And that was all Umber would allow in his 7 innings of work. We get back-to-back doubles from Rios and Castro. And then Beckham with a 2-run homer in the 2nd. And up until that 2-out home run by Mitchell, that was all the score. Alex turns it loose just underneath it, and the count 2-1. And it's 3-1. Right here. And that's popped up. In fair territory, makes the catch for out number 2.
And AJ on to pinch hit.
Ramon was 1 for 3 with that RBI double and a run scored. So the first pitch from the big man. And that's a little loop right in the short center field coming on. That's going to fall. Sands was playing deep, couldn't get there. And that'll bring up Beckham.
That's the advantage you have if you're a hitter in a no double set. So AJ getting his first pinch hit of the year. Fastball looped into center field. And Sands way back there. Doesn't really have a chance for this one.
So Gordon with that 2-run homer in the 2nd. He popped to center in the 4th. And popped up to left field in the 7th. There's a strike. That one at 95 and the count 0-1. 1st and 30. Gordon. That breaking ball misses low and away. Big pitch right here, the 1-1. Underneath it, and advantage goes to Jansen. Just fights that one off. Dodgers get out of this. Schedule hitters in the 10th, Carroll, Ethier, and Kemp. Heart of their order in this lineup. Checks it up, and that's fouled off. So the count hangs with a ball and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th, tied at 3.
There's a Dodge pitch tracks, and you can see he's worked him all over the zone.
And that breaking ball, good eye, good take right there by Beckham. 2-2. And that's left foul. Gordon cutting and slashing. Got to make this guy get the ball down.
Good battling at bat by Gordon Beckham against a very hard throwing young right-hander.
Got him. Looked like the ball was up and in. Meanwhile, he calls him out, and we're in extra innings. Beef jerky, feed your wild side.
On our Dodge pitch tracks, we'll take a look at the last pitch. Pitch track says it had half the outside, the inside corner. And AJ stays in the game after his pinch hit. So does Sergio Santos.
So here we go. Jamie Carroll, who is 3 for 4, a couple of doubles, a run scored tonight, will lead it off. Ethier on deck and Kemp in the hole. Outfield straight up, spread out. And there's first pitch strike. This is the 8th extra inning game for us. In the first 7, we're 4-3. We played 3 here at home, and we're 1-2. Dodgers have played 3 extra inning games this year. They're 3-0. And there's a base hit, so that's his 4th hit. He's amazing. Absolutely amazing against White Sox pitching.
Well, there isn't any one way you can defense him because he sprays the ball all over. Last 4-hit game, June 12th of 2008.
It was probably against us. Wow. As I said, he's like a 275 hitter career-wise, which is good. But against us now, he's probably hitting over 330 career-wise.
And they brought him over here to be a utility player, a good swingman, which he is. He's hitting about 320, 325.
And we understand that last 4-hit game was against Minnesota. Yeah, when he was with Cleveland, though, in 08 and 09, he really hurt us. That ball hit hard. Alex right there. That's a hang with him for Ethier. He is now 1 for 4. And that'll bring up Kemp, who's 1 for 3 with that long 2-run homer in the first inning. Carroll 4 for 4 in stolen bases. And there's a base hit. He just rakes that one into left field.
Unfortunately, he hit it as hard as he did, so that Carroll did not have a chance to move to third base. As Will Oman starts loosening in the pen, he's probably getting ready for Loney.
And here's Castro. He hit back in the 8th inning and struck out against Jesse Crane. That was with 1 out, bases loaded. So it's going to be up to Alexei to try to hold him close. Carroll at second. Breaking ball, strike. And there is a base hit. Boy, there's a shank, broken bat. Carroll's going to score. Kemp on his way to third. And the Dodgers lead it 4-3. You got to be bleeping. Mercy.
Castro just came up 1 week ago. Red hot at Albuquerque. And this time, that fastball in on his hands. Out of the strike zone. He shatters the bat and drops it over Paulie's head. He's got no shot for it. Kemp was going back to the bag. Wasn't where it was. Easily made it to third.
So here's Loney. He's 0 for 4 tonight. 2 out. If you're just tuning in, 2 out. Top of the 9th inning. We're leading 3-2. And Russell Mitchell hits the ball down the left field line, hit the foul pole for a game-tying homer. 4-10-0 for them, 3-8-0 for us. For us in the bottom of the 10th. Schedule hitters are Morel, Pierre, and Ramirez.
Castro going on the pitch. Matt Guerrier loosening in the pen. Another former member of the Minnesota Twins bullpen from last year.
1 out, short lead to 1-0.
Guerrero has just 1 save this year. And in talking with Don Mattingly, he said that he's been using both Jansen and Guerrero depending on the situation.
One pitch. Four 4-3 Dodger lead in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that's foul back. Two and two the count.
Good speed at third in Kemp. And again, it's pretty tough to strike out in Loney. And this situation calls for one.
Hard higher, slow low. That's a fair ball right back in there, coach. So Kemp's going to score. Castro on his way to third on the double by Loney. And it's 5-3 Dodgers.
Aubrey on number 14 on Loney's first hit. That slider just spun right in the middle of the plate. Loney bounces it right by the glove of Paul Konerko.
So they're going to put Navarro on.
AJ moved out. That ball almost had the outside corner of the plate.
Well, this top of the 10th has turned into a mess. After that 2 out, 9th inning homer by Russell Mitchell. And here comes Ozzie. He wants Ullman, as Jay Gibbons will be the hitter. So the first tough outing for Sergio Santos all year, including spring training. First runs he has given up. He'll depart, and we'll be back.
Home and on for the 16th time, no record. 6.17 ERA. He inherits the bases loaded. Only one out here in the 10th. And a tough outing for Sergio.
Sacks packed with gray uniforms. And takes ball one, does Gibbons, who was 1 for 4 tonight. A single, foul out, a ground out, and a pop up.
And with the bases loaded during the course of his career, he's had very good numbers.
Now check it up. Fouls it. And the count 1-1.
Not much speed on the bases, but a lot of damage done to this point.
Little breaking ball in the count 1-2. Mitchell on deck. Outfield, about equidistant, slightly to the left. And the 1-2 pitch. And there's a base hit. That's going to score 1. And it's 6-3. Got a breaking ball up, rolling. And that'll bring up Mitchell. He's the guy that tied this thing up last inning with 2 out.
Base is still loaded. I dare you to hit a home. I dare you. Double dare.
And if you miss that home run, poof.
For an instant, it looked like it might hook in front of the pole. It didn't. Hit off the pole. First home run, first run batted in of the year.
One and one the count. That was his third major league home run. And that's out of play, so the count 1-2. Jerry Sands on deck. 6-12-0 for the Dodgers here in the top of the 10th. 3-8-0 for our Sox. All of our runs coming back in the second inning. Nice feed and rack him up, but the damage is done. They've come up with a 3 spot. We go to the bottom of the 10th. We need 3 to tie.
Garland against Mark Burley. And Sunday afternoon, both afternoon games, it'll be Hoki Kuroda against Edwin Jackson. And there's some defensive changes for the Dodgers, as well as a pitching change. Matt Kemp stays in the game in center field. Jerry Sands shifts over to left field. And Matt Guerrier comes into the game. Guerrier 2-2. The ERA very respectable, 3.09 on for the 23rd time. He has one previous save. This is a save situation.
So a former Sox right-hander, Matt Guerrier, 32 years old, 6'3", 185 pounds, out of Birmingham.
And Omar Vizquel going to lead it off.
Morel was 1 for 3. Takes it outside. Corners in close. Outfield short, swung around to the left. And the count evens. Guerrier in his career against the Sox. 50 innings of work. 2.54 ERA. That's flipped out into right field. Fall in there. It will. Thank you very much. So here we go. Good way to start.
Omar comes on with a pinch hit. In his first opportunity to pinch hit this year, he's 1 for 1.
And here's Pierre. One is 1 for 4. Come on, 1. First and 30. They're playing behind Omar. And there's a strike. 1-1 to count to Pierre. And the count 2-1. And the count 3-1. Don't help him out.
Well, Guerrero has not been used to closing very much. Their closer, Jonathan Broxton, is out for a prolonged period. They've had to make do.
And the count goes full. And there's a base hit. So Omar will pull up at second. So the first 2 men aboard. Yes.
Juan works it to 3-2, gets a fastball that's down and away, takes it right back up the middle for his second hit of the night. And now starting to get into the heart of the order.
Alexei's due. He's 0 for 4. And he has faced Guerrero 10 times and he has 4 hits.
Rick Honeycutt, the pitching coach, coming out to have a word.
Dunn on deck. And Konerko in the hole.
Elbert and McDougal in the bullpen. Elbert, the left-hander, he's a hard thrower, and we know, like McDougal, what kind of stuff he has when he gets it over. But first things first, as long as Guerrero's in, might as well pound him for a few.
Come on, Alexi. Get you a good pitch to hit, buddy. Fakes the bunt. Takes the ball low and away. Outfield straight up. Mitchell guarding the line, just about 2 steps off the line at third. Takes a bunt, takes a strike.
Couple of fake bunts. I'm not sure exactly why, but maybe he'll get one to hit here.
One and one to count. Made a good pitch on him. And now the count 1-2. He's in the hole. And that breaking ball off the corner. 2-2. Vizquel at second, Pierre at first. Nobody out. Dodgers lead at 6-3 here in the bottom of the 10th. And there's a stop by Mitchell. Up with it. Over to first in time. What a play by Russell Mitchell, who was guarding the line.
Well, that one ticketed for left field, especially with a no double set. And Mitchell, who's had a terrific night, one step quickness to his left. The only play is at first, and he's able to make it. What a job he's done tonight.
And here comes Mattingly.
I think he's going to probably go after the left-hander, Elbert, who's another hard throwing guy out of their system.
Well, that's the second terrific play that Mitchell has made. He's a former, well, he's not a former, he is a catcher. So Guerrero will depart. Elbert comes on, and we'll be back.
And with runners at second and third is Scott Elbert. 2 1/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, only 1 hit. But that 1 hit by a left-hander. And that's who he'll be facing in Adam Dunn.
Well, Dunn has faced him twice and he struck out twice. So the 25-year-old southpaw, 6'1", 210 pounds, is there's a 2-hopper down to Loney as Vizquel scores, and it's a 6-4 ball game. Pierre at third, and here comes Paulie, who's never faced Elbert.
The last 2 balls have been hit right on the butt, but because they were playing over toward the line, both of them turned into outs.
And here comes Mattingly.
He's going to the pen. That's it for Elbert. Not going to let him face our #1 run producer.
So, Mike McDougal, former Sox right-hander, coming on. He of the good stuff.
Facing the tying run will be hard-throwing Mike McDougal. 0-1, but a sparkling ERA of 1.84 on for the 19th time. However, he is still looking for his first save of the year. 9 walks in 14 2/3 innings. So control, as it usually is, has been a factor.
So here we go. Paulie strides to the plate. Pierre at third, 2 down. .34-year-old veteran right-hander Mike McDougal.
Once again, Mitchell on the line, and the outfield deep and all the way around, playing straight away.
It's the outside corner. Paul didn't particularly care for that call. And the count 0-1.
I can understand it. Here's our Dodge pitch tracks.
And the count evens at 1 with Quentin on deck. Paulie against McDougal. 2 for 8 lifetime. Ball hit the second base. Bobble, has time. And this ball game is over. So the Sox have a tough evening tonight, leading 3-2. We're 2 out in the top of the 9th inning. Sergio Santos has not been scored on all year, including spring training. And Russell Mitchell comes up, hits a ball down the left field line, hits a foul pole to tie it up. They score 3 in the top of the 10th, and just a tough loss.
It was a tough loss, but you can't expect Sergio to be perfect. The team did try to battle back, unfortunately came up a little short, and Dodgers win the first game of interleague play.
All right, let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the little second baseman, shortstop, and infielder who just absolutely beats our brains out. Jamie Carroll. He was 4 for 5 tonight. 2 doubles, 2 singles. 2 runs scored. Our GMC player of the game. So for my partner, Steve Stone, for our director, Jim Angio, our producer, Mike Leary, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, the executive producer, Jim Corno Jr., also for the Mayor Mean Joe Group, and up here in the booth with us, Mike Mayer, Frank D'Amato, Steve Markowski. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody.